We're here today to do a Christmas tree demonstration showing a live burn and how that'll take place and what the crews have to do in consideration of a Christmas tree fire. A couple points of reference. This time of year, we want to think about how we're heating our homes, home heating safety, giving a good 3 feet of clearance in front of fireplaces, in front of heaters. Also want to think about when we're using candles this time of year, making sure we're if we leave the room, we're extinguishing those candles, never leave them on in the middle of the night. With the Christmas trees themselves, if you choose to buy a fresh cut Christmas tree, make sure it's watered daily. Make sure we keep that away from the fireplaces, heating vents that could dry them out. And then finally with the electrical cords we utilize to put on them and for displays, making sure that they're safe, they're not worn. This is stuff we only use once a year, but we need to check those to make sure they're safe and working orders. And finally, you'll see when we do this burn, we have a smoke detector in place. It's very important to have that in place for your safety. So we'll be getting here with this demonstration. We'll go inside, we'll set the Christmas tree on fire. We'll see how the progress of that fire and the growth takes place, and then after that our crews will go in there and knock it down. Does anybody have any questions? We'd also like to thank Home Depot and Salvation Army for their donations of the tree and the props that are inside.
We do this every year, but I mean it's always a good reminder because somehow people forget what they did the year before.
Exactly. We box those things up at the end of the year. We don't get them out again until we buy that tree, until hopefully Thanksgiving's over and we start putting up our displays. But yeah, it's so quick that we do it that we're not thinking about those safety considerations. And this is the time of year we really need to worry about that. Well, it's getting very cold. People are being creative with heating their home. We'll make sure we're doing that in a safe environment. And then also, like I said, with these displays we have with these Christmas trees, there are some potential hazards that we want to kind of go alleviate beforehand.
How quickly do the trees dry out, Lieutenant? Is there any sort of way of knowing how often you have to water them?
We recommend daily. Each tree could be a little bit different, and depending too on if they've been sitting outside, how long they were out there, the snow that's been on there, the weather we've had. Those all play into factors, and we'll find out here. Our tree hasn't been watered in about a week or so we'll see how that plays out for us.
I'm sure it varies depending age of home, but how quick can a tree go up and then the home go up itself? Well,
it really depends on the location. Are we in a corridor? Are we off of a wall in the center of a room? What do we have around it that's combustible that could actually keep to that fire growth? All of those little considerations come into play. So we have to keep that all in mind. It all works differently. No fire is ever the same. No fire we ever go to is ever going to be the same, so they're all unique in that regard.
What should a person do if they find that their Christmas tree is in fact on fire?
The first thing we need to do is get everybody out. We're in business here to extinguish these fires, so what you need to do is you need to remove yourself from the house, get all the other occupants out, call 911 from out of the house. There's been other stories where the trees caught on fire, they tried taking the tree out themselves, they were overcome, they were burned, the tree started rolling in front of the doorway, in front of their means of egress. So you can see how that complicates things. So if there is a tree fire, hopefully a smoke alarm will alert us ahead of time. If that's the case, we need to leave, get everybody else out of the house, and then call 911. Everything else inside your house is replaceable. We're not. So it's just a Christmas tree. Just leave it behind.
And how dangerous is the smoke if you think you can?
Right. Again, that'll come into play. The Christmas tree itself would be a natural product, but everything we're putting on is going to put off a gas for us. The combustibles around the area will put off different gases and smokes for us. So those are all very unique to themselves.